everyone. Welcome to Craft Cocktails with Maggie Dee. I'm your hostess, Maggie, and today we have a request from my friend Sue, and she wanted me to make a jalapeno margarita. So this episode is for you, Sue, but I'm going to go ahead and make a regular margarita because that's what I like to drink. And another friend, Susan, turned me on to this tequila. I think it's pronounced Milagro. This is a really smooth tequila. We all have that tequila story, and if you smell a certain tequila, it makes you sick. Jose Cuervo personally does that for me, but Milagro does not. It's very smooth. I also like Patron. I have some good friends who drink Patron, not pineapple Patron, just Patron. So we're going to get started, and I'll go over what we need. My favorite simple syrup. You can make homemade simple syrup, and I have made it, and I've made it with Swerve. But I think this is a good, just basic simple syrup. It's not overly sweet, and it's really easy to find. Your favorite tequila, mine is again Milagro. So we're going to use orange. I think this is pronounced Cointreau. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. You can also use triple sec or orange curacao. For the jalapeno, we're going to use a jalapeno, but we're going to splash a little jalapeno juice from jarred jalapenos in it just to give it a little bit of something extra. I've got 2 limes here. We're going to make 2 drinks. My margarita glasses, my measuring device. I've got 2 shakers, 3/4 spoonful of ice. I have a plate with some kosher salt or any coarse salt, or you can buy those little kits with salt, but I find that kosher salt and a saucer do fit a margarita glass perfectly. And then some extra ice for your glass, a cutting board, and a knife. So we'll go ahead and get started. It seems like a lot. It's really not a lot of ingredients. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I always seem to forget this step, is go ahead and pour that salt around the ring of my plate. Just kind of set that aside. And we'll go ahead and start mixing. The first thing you're going to want to do is get your glass ready. So I'm going to cut 2 lime wedges because I'm making 2 drinks. Normally I would only cut 1. And I'm just wedging a lime here twice. And I'll cut a little notch in there because we're going to cover my glasses. So you want to take that notch you cut and go all the way around the glass. Get plenty, because that's how the salt sticks. And then we'll take our glass, get that kosher salt or any coarse salt. I just always have kosher salt in my kitchen, so it's pretty easy to do. And I like salt. I like a traditional margarita on the rocks with a salted rim. I am not a fan of the frozen margarita. If somebody would request one and want me to make one, I would do it for the show, but it's just not something I drink. You know, I like daiquiris and things like that, but frozen margaritas aren't my favorite. Usually because when I have a margarita, I'm eating chips and salsa or tacos or something, and I want just a salty, sweet drink. So here my drinks are ready, and we'll go ahead. These are going to be also used as garnishment. So I'm going to go ahead and slice a very thin garnishment. You know, I always have my accessories. So we're going to make orange the spicy. I'm going to stab that here, get my lime. And now we already know which one is the spicy one, and then here's my lime. And you can just toss your things in there. I just like the accessories, but you can toss your fruit. So we can set this aside because we're done. So now on to the fun part, which is the drink. I'm going to make them both at the same time just for time. So we're going to take 2 ounces of our tequila. So a typical shot glass is 1.5 ounces. So that's 1.5 ounces, and then we'll add the 1/2 ounce, which I already know because I use this so often as to the red label. I don't have to look. And then over here, 2 ounces of tequila. Put that in there. We're we're gonna have, it really depends on how sweet you like. I use a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. I think you can be too sweet on your margarita, so. And if you don't get it sweet enough, it's very sour, and that's not good either. So 1/2 ounce is just a good number. So for the orange, whatever orange flavor you choose, I just think Cointreau is a little bit higher end. I think it gives a better flavor. It's also 1/2 ounce. Triple sec is another way to go. Orange curacao. Orange juice if you don't want a strong drink. Just one of each. Or 1/2 ounce of each in each glass. And then we're just gonna splash in here just a little bit of this juice from the jalapenos, just to give it a little flavor. That's just a little splash. But what we are gonna add to this, we're gonna cut our jalapeno 4 to 5 slices, and we're gonna stick that in there. We're gonna shake this one real vigorously so it gets some of that jalapeno juice. And, oh, I forgot. We are also gonna have our lime. Don't mind my phone call. Somebody's getting called in. So 1/2 of a lime in each. There's 1/2. And I forgot to mention, you always want to have hot dogs for your dog. If your dog hangs out in your kitchen, Luna might not want a hot dog today because she caught and killed a groundhog in the backyard today. So she's probably wanting fresh meat now. She's in a little bit of trouble for that. Okay, so we have our traditional and we have our jalapeno. Let's shake this jalapeno really well to get that jalapeno seasonings and get all the spicy flavors in. And then this one we just have to shake to mix. It's not a big shake. And then because we have ice in our shaker, it depends on how icy you like. I like to just put a few cubes. I'll try to set some ice aside here. Just a few cubes in. And then I'm going to strain. So we'll strain regular margarita here. This is a perfect day for a margarita. My last day on my vacation, I'm back to work tomorrow, so I get to have 2 margaritas, a regular and a spicy. And you always want to try to use a really fun margarita glass. And of course, a fun little garnishment. And this is a nice fresh drink that uses no mixers. As you know, I don't like mixers. And that's your traditional margarita on the rocks with salt and your jalapeno margarita on the rocks with salt. Cheers!